It's Astrology for Life with Mark Husson. Time for you to expect something wonderful.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Mark Husson. It's Astrology for Life with Mark Husson at 8 a.m. Pacific live, March 2nd. Happy March. It's so good to see you guys. It has been a long time, and things are changing pretty fast. I am having such a good time with the YouTube stuff. I'm having such a good time with you. I have big plans for us. I want to make sure that we learn so much as we go along. And that's why I've added the show for Wednesday, that we can do a 30-minute show where we just, we can get a little more personal, but it's about me talking about the week ahead for you specifically. And then I have plans for members. I want to meet with you in the evenings. I have, remember how we did Taylor Swift and we had Keith and we had Kat. I want to do the same thing. I'm going to have it, I think next week I'll announce it, but just so many plans. I've been busy and I've been having a ball. How have you been? I can't believe we get to have a show before the eclipse. That just trips me out so much. I'm going to say a quick hi to the chat, and I'm going to come back periodically, because I know with my Mars in Pisces, if I go over here, I'm going to stay over here. Now, Mars is in Pisces, so we're going to talk a little bit about that so we have a better understanding of what it is I mean when I say things like that. But let me say hi to you guys real quick, and thank you so much again for being here. Lori Williams, thanks for being here. And Lenny, thank you, honey. All of you. This is an implied thank you when I say your name. Now, we are going to have a drawing later. You can see the Stream Elements bot in the room. I think it's working because we learn things that they didn't tell me, which was when I was doing tech support and it wasn't working. I was trying to do a drawing and they're like, we don't know. Sometimes it goes out, hit reboot. All it was a private event. It was members only. And I said, does it work with members only? And they went, oh, no, it doesn't. So thank you so much. Anyway, live and learn. But thank God it's you guys that are playing with me here, because I don't know that I'd be doing this if you weren't so forgiving and kind. So Nadine, and I'm looking over here at my screen. I'm not sure exactly where you see me looking, but Nadine, thanks again for coming. And Maureen, I love that you're doing the penny slots. I miss that casino energy, man. Last time I went, it was several years ago. John's sisters came up and they loved to gamble, so we went to the casinos. I had a ball. I got sick, but I had a ball. So thank you. Hey, Sherry, thanks. Oh, it's Tara. Thank you for coming, Tara. That's so sweet. Hi, Ann. Good to see you in the room. Thank you. Liz, thanks for coming. Hi, Michelle. And Rainbow Heart, thank you so much. Hi, Arlene and Ferry. Thanks for being here. You guys are so sweet. I recognize your member names. It's so good to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Erica, great show this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Erica's over in the UK. She's also a reader, a psychic reader, an amazing one at 12listen.com. 12 Listen, you guys. I'm going to promote the heck out of it because that's really our bread and butter, where you can talk to some of the most amazing people in the world anonymously and get some advice that'll kind of blow you away. Nancy, thanks. Fran, is that okay? E. O'Neill, yeah, I appreciate you being here. Suzanne, if I mispronounce names or anything, you guys, I know who you are. You love your Mars and Pisces too, Maria. I do too. Maya, I think it is. And Laura, thanks. Kelly, appreciate you being here. Happy March, you guys. Okay, I'll check in the chat room. I'll bring it to my front screen and check on it. But we have so much to cover because tomorrow's an eclipse. I know you want to keep me focused. I've been told I need to keep focused, and I'm going to do it. By damn, I'm going to do it. Quelly, thanks for coming, honey. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Soggy still in Cornwall. Oh, my gosh. That is so funny. The UK people are wet. Erica keeps saying they're growing webbed feet, but I have a gorgeous, it's been gorgeous. I mean, 70, we usually get some kind of March or wet in March, but we got lucky, and somebody told me that El Nino was just above where I live, so it may or may not hit. So I'm happy. She feels a wave of luck. I hope it's not delusion. It's never delusion, Fran. I love those feelings, and I think they're important because they also release a certain kind of dopamine and endorphin in us, and that also leads to better luck and better things. So you guys, that's exactly what I want to talk about. We want to talk about our attitude. We want to talk about how we're pumping up for this, how we're feeling good about life, and where we're not. Now, 2 weeks ago, we had that Aquarius new moon eclipse, and I can actually show it to you, but I don't think I need to. It was in Aquarius. The sun and moon were together, okay? All I want you to do, and that was like on the 17th of February. Take a second. Think about the past couple of weeks. Is that like 2 weeks is all it's been? My God. What happened? What shifted? And here's the things I want you to look at. Aquarius is about breakthrough thinking, having an insight, having something that sort of popped in when you least expected it. It's seeing life from the eagle's perspective, breaking patterns that have kept you stuck. It's about independence, new way of seeing yourself in the relationship and the world around you. Anything like that, now that's the thing where the eclipse, it planted that seed. Now, we may not have seen those things yet. They might have started cropping up if they got properly watered. But even if you didn't see it clearly at the time, tomorrow is the big sequel to what happened on the 17th. So take a sec and think about the 17th, that time period. Now, tomorrow is the lunar eclipse, and it is a direct response to everything Aquarius planted 2 weeks ago, for real. So now, I think you can feel it building. I can feel it building. I felt it over the past couple of weeks in ways I have never felt before. I'm not kidding. I felt like something shifted, like just boom, and I think it's here. I think I still need to fertilize it and grow with it. And I'm going to check you guys too to see what happens. If you see the Steam Labs bot, that means it's working. Hi, thank you so much for coming, Christine. So that means so we have this thing, we have this energy, it's sort of brewing underneath the surface. And like I said, I sort of felt it directly, like literally like a week after it happened, I felt a door shut and a door open. It was amazing. And I felt like I was clear about what I needed to do. I was clear about this. I was clear about, like, it took a year, right? How long have I been doing this? But from that eclipse, something shifted that I love, and I'm really grateful for it, but I don't know it all the way yet. That's why I'm saying this to you. Virgo's knocking on that door tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I have the time, 4 something in the morning, 4:30 something in the morning. And that means that the moon is going to be opposite the sun, and the earth is going to be in the middle in a way that casts a shadow on the moon, and we should see that shadow. We should be able to see it. Now, Aquarius, so I want you to think about the difference between Aquarius and Virgo. If you hear me talking about Aquarius and Virgo, I'll often say they're similar. They have a similar need for organization, even though I think Aquarius wins the award for OCD. And none of this is offensive to me. I hope you're not offended by anything I say about a sign. I'm going to have a lot to say about signs. I have a lot of crap to say about every sign. You know me. Every sign. I mean, I'm struggling for things to find about Cancer, but other than that, there's good stuff, right? I mean, there's stuff that's juicy about every sign. But I think Aquarius gets the OCD award, even though Virgos get accused of it. I think Aquarius wins the award because they're fixed air, okay? They see how it's supposed to be and they hold on to that. So Aquarius is the air, wants to get organized, clarified, and refined. Virgo's knocking on the door tomorrow. And the thing about Aquarius having that vision, they have the big picture, the breakthrough. Aquarius, though, is 30,000 feet in the air. We get a chance tomorrow, Virgo, earth sign, bringing it down to earth. Virgo is like the craftsman, the analyst, the one who looks at that beautiful Aquarian vision and says, okay, but how does it work? And you all know Virgo, and the humor that they hold is not wet. Okay, it's dry. They have the best dry humor. And so they look at all this stuff and go, great vision, great ideology. Yeah, we want everyone to be okay, but how you going to make that happen? And so, and Virgo's sort of wondering how we synthesize this. Where does this need to go? And that's why I'm kind of excited about tomorrow, because if Aquarius planted a seed and I actually felt that seed be planted, and I'm thinking you felt that seed be planted, and let me know, please, because I want to know from you in the chat. And I will come back to the chat and take a look. Did you feel a seed get planted? And did you feel a shift? So, and the other thing that happened, I have to, this is a quick aside. You know me, I will come back. I promise. I made a commitment. People like, you're so tangential. Like, whatever. I'm Mars and Pisces. Okay, so for the first time in a year, I had a hamburger. And I felt it. Like, I felt it. I hadn't slept better. It was amazing. So I'm not like saying anything about advocacy for pro or con. I don't give a shit what you eat. What I care about is this shift that is occurring, this ability for me to say there's the laws are fluid. Let's keep an open mind and try something. Let's look at this objectively. It's been amazing. So I just had to confess that. I don't know why. It's not like a sin. I'm just saying, I have been plant-based for a really long time for no political reason, no ideological reason, honestly. I mean, there is a part of me that I can't take some of the visuals of what happens and how we get there, but I don't judge how that we're here. I know it's nature, and it's on every level. There's death on every level. So that's not the issue. The issue is paying attention to this shift that's occurring, okay? And so what Virgo also is good at, not just getting it down to work and saying, how does this going to do it? Where are we going to put this? It's like Virgo's also really good about what do we need to get rid of? What's in the way? Like what needs to be refined? What's not serving the vision? Notice Virgo in service. So where Aquarius gives us that lofty overview, Virgo is the earth. It comes down here and says, okay, let's get practical. So tomorrow's eclipse is kind of handing us the tools to build what Aquarius planted for us. Building anticipation in this thing that's growing and sprouting. Because like I said, I want to check the chat and see you all. Let me know in the chat if you actually felt a shift, or if there's something, or if you just feel it in general. It can be a vague feeling, or if something specifically happened. So today's actually the power day, because we get a chance to prepare for that. Okay? Aquarius is the seed in the ground. Virgo arrives tomorrow with the tools. Now, is it really tomorrow only? No, we probably got the tools early, right? Because eclipses are pretty powerful. But you get to use today to be honest with yourself. What did that Aquarius thing wake up in you, that eclipse? What path got clarified for you? Or what actually got more muddied for you? And what did you did it set you on a different course, or did it just leave you confused and confounded? But either way, it's not a right or wrong answer. Tomorrow's Virgo kind of helps us. I guess the point is I'm understanding why tomorrow happens to be a Virgo eclipse. It makes so much sense. The two twin sort of flames of the zodiac who don't understand each other necessarily, Aquarius and Virgo, are inconjunct. They don't necessarily get each other. So it's kind of cool that Aquarius gives us this thing first, and then Virgo comes along with the cleanup crew, right? And there's a lot of Virgo in this room, a lot of Aquarius in this room. So I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So eclipse tomorrow doesn't just come and go. It opens up a 2-week kind of workshop. Okay. The blueprint came from Aquarius. The tools arrive tomorrow from Virgo. And get this, Mars just entered Pisces. Like I said, as a Mars in Pisces, I feel honored to welcome Mars into my throat. But it means up to this point, Mars has been also in Aquarius. Okay. And now we're in this intuitive, less mental, more guided realm. And it's interesting that Venus is going to leave Pisces. So we have this little moment where we have all of them. But let me check on you guys and see where you're at right now. Oh, yeah, Fran, thank you. She's like, hi, Terry, thank you. Man, thanks for coming. Everything is shifting and changing. Yeah, you all are feeling it then. You love your Virgo moon. I know, and I like knowing how things work. Yeah, that's what a Virgo moon really would. Big shift. Oh my God, boots on the ground movement. Christina, thank you. Dumarier is saying that too. More specifically, things are changing. Tara is saying changing at work, and she has a meeting with her bosses this morning. So guess we'll see. Oh, this is good. Real shift. You guys are okay. You're saying a real shift. Okay. Amanda, thanks for being here. And this Virgo's really feeling it. Okay, I signed a contract with the publisher. Oh my gosh, train left the station. Christine Dumarier, you're doing your stuff, girl. I know you are. And that's Christine is a reader. And she has a show today too. I have the address when I sign off. I'll have her address come up so you can come to YouTube and actually watch her. Numerologist, par excellent, psychic, par excellent. These people, man, top notch. Okay. And you too, all of you in the room. I mean, everyone listening. This is like the cream of the crop in my world. Denise, felt the shift, options revealed. See, you guys, it isn't a joke. We say, like, that last new moon, that last eclipse, right? So I did the show with Keith. I had Keith on. It was for me, it was a disaster emotionally. It was a very big success for him. People got to see his gifts, which the whole point of me doing that with my advisors. But I accidentally deleted the video. Remember that? Remember the fiasco? My sound was off. It was that was the day before the eclipse. So I remember it well. And I remember where it sent me. It sent me reeling. It didn't send me reeling. And it wasn't like personal. It was that Aquarian impersonal thing that happened. It was like Aquarius is like, okay, the overview, this happened, change it, like shift something. So that is the kind of stuff we remember. And now this evolution 2 weeks later, this is one of the few where I was able to track it so completely and so personally that it was profound for me. Now, remember, Venus is also going to go into Aries. So the reason that's important is if we're going to get the tools tomorrow, okay, with this eclipse, we kind of want to have the courage to pull it off. Right? Mars in Pisces is sort of like, I remember I have Mars and Pisces. So anything I say, if you have it, I'm not offending you. I'm not trying to. But it's like taking a match and putting it in water sometimes, that Mars and Pisces. It's sort of like, let's go. And it depends on who's around or what emotional thing is in there. And that's why in my horoscopes, because I've been dropping the horoscopes, you guys, for each one of you, I've been dropping the videos one at a time. YouTube wants me to space them out. So Libra and Aquarius are going to be dropped today. But you have that. Members had it early, of course. But that's why I was like, Mars loves chaos. I keep saying Mars loves chaos, and Mars and Pisces loves chaos. It's not that it seeks it. It's that it's comfortable with it. Like, I understand the chaos. If you saw, I have these fighting parts of myself, Jupiter and Virgo, Mars and Pisces. I am a clean freak for certain things I eat or the way, blah, blah, blah. And I'm a mess. I mean, I can live in a mess, but I know where every single thing is. I know some of you relate. Some of you don't. But thank goodness I live with the Mars in the opposite sign of Pisces. Of Virgo. And so it's like, thank you. So there's a kind of an established agreement. But anyway, Venus going into Aries, going to give us the courage, going to give us that sense of direction. It's going to, and while this eclipse is asking, do you have everything you need to build what it is we're going to build? And then we look and say, I don't know. And then Venus goes into Aries and we go, yeah, I can do it no matter what. So again, we're going to think about what woke us up February 17th. Something shifted, maybe obviously, maybe subtle. It didn't happen for me on the day. It happened that week for sure. A decision that we made gets clarified. Something we maybe said yes or no to. That's your Aquarius seed. And tomorrow, Virgo asks, how do you make it practical? How do you make it sustainable? How do you build it into something that actually works for everyday life? And that's where we're at, like right now. And so now, let me check on you guys. Lenny said the show with Keith was extraordinary, and she won the reading. That's right, Lenny won the reading, and she said it was exceptional. That's so wonderful. Lori spoke with my family in the last 2 weeks. We're all over there west. Watch me pole dance. Lori says, good morning, Mark. It's Lori. I'll be live today with Kat. I have your address in the scroll that comes up, Lori, so people, and you can relate with the order within, you can relate. She's definitely feeling that change too. So, and she also relates to order within the mess, right? Thank you. I appreciate that, Capricorn. So Lori, Kat is after me. Lori's after Kat. Christine Dumaurier is after Lori, and I have their addresses. So all of them you can listen auditorially at 1-2 Radio, and then I have YouTube addresses if you want to go. So that's the break in there. Okay, good. You guys are up to snuff now. Okay, so let's look at this Mars thing just a little bit, and then we're gonna and then I'll definitely we're gonna do our drawing. I'll still have some dialogue with you about sort of putting it together because we still have tomorrow's eclipse to talk about, the degree, everything like that. Okay, so Mars in Aquarius for the past month. This is why I want you to think about the month. It's about justice, okay? Electric, it's sharp, it's pushing for independence, it's loud and cerebral. So kind of bring that energy into play for yourself. Mars in Pisces, now elusive, fluid, spiritually driven, comfortable with chaos, doesn't fight with fists, it uses water. It's I think the Mars in Pisces is a little manipulative because water is deeply compassionate, but easily flows into situations where they shouldn't go or where they feel that the need is the greatest. And you can see it. I mean, I have a little OCD, maybe a lot, but I'll be on a direction upstairs, like I'll be cooking bread, for example, and I'm like, okay, I'll upload the YouTube video when I go upstairs and do the bread. The next thing I know, I'm feeding the dogs. I've found an article that I really want to watch on the big screen, and I have no clue whatever happened to the original goal. It's just gone. And that's why I think we can call it whatever we want. I'm so grateful for astrology calling it Mars in Pisces, and science might call it, or psychology might call it ADHD. I don't know. But the idea is, whatever you want to call it, it's easy to get distracted when Mars is in Pisces, and that just went in for all of us. So you have to think about the watery areas of your life. And if you know your chart, the chart that's ruled by water is definitely being affected too. And you have to think about the times when you didn't think that you could say no, or the times that you could. And here, this is a great example. Have you ever said no to someone and felt guilty? Or you just sort of like, I'm not looking. No, I'm not going to answer that phone, blah, blah, blah. And then you do, and you feel bad. And then there's times when you can really stick to it, okay? That's kind of the difference. That's what I'm talking about, is water is fickle that way. That's all about water. I mean, I know that air signs, it seems like they can cut it off and not look. And I've watched that in people who are very mental. They can just go, no, the answer is no. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's going to be tough, but you're going to have to deal with it. Water, sometimes in my Pisces part, I can align with, no, I think this is the right thing to do, and I'm going to be strong. And sometimes I'm not. And it's sort of like, I don't really get the connection of what makes the difference. I think air and fire signs do, earth signs too. I think this is a water issue for real. I think you guys with strong earth, strong air, strong fire can make a decision and stick to it. Typically, I mean, I know that we have mutable, fixed, and cardinal, and all the little nuances that go in. But water has a specific issue. It does take the shape of the container that it's in. So it's harder. And what you notice in Pisces people, or people with strong Pisces in general, with Neptune, for example, they will build a boundary so strong that they almost look mean all the time. Anyone that doesn't know them might say, oh, they're just mean. But people who know them know that once you break that boundary, once you get in, they will give you everything. They'll give you their, so they built that as a defense just to live. So it's really about compassion. It's really about who has the loudest voice. And man, are we going to be grateful that Venus goes into Aries to sort of keep that compassion somewhere at bay and keep our ability to set a goal and put our head down and go for it. This is the gift. Like every sign has a gift. Every sign has an amazing gift. When Mars goes into Pisces and you all join people like me, when Mars goes into Pisces and things are starting to feel like, oh my God, I'm a little overwhelmed. You have Aries going, follow me. And that means you're going to have a way to look at what you truly want and let that passion lead the way. That's going to be the key to your survival. Honestly, that's going to be the key for all of us getting through in this sort of interesting eclipse cycle. There's 2 more coming. We're in the middle of the second one, as you know. And I'm going to show you the chart here in just a minute. I just want to make sure you understand that Venus in Pisces is exalted, meaning Venus loves being in Pisces. Okay, so it's dreamy, it's romantic. That's Venus right now in Pisces. Okay, it's dreamy, it's romantic, it's surrender, it's unconditional love, it's beauty, blah, 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 blah. We're giving it up. Okay, that's like the Venus that will sacrifice for anything. Venus in Aries, which changes on Friday, says, I'm coming to get you. I'm bold, impatient, direct. I know what I want. And it happens to be in the ruler Aries of Mars. So we're giving up Mars a little bit to the compassion and the love. Venus is going, I got you. I'm coming in with your ruler, and we're going to shake it off. And I'm sorry if what I am about to do may hurt you, or you may not approve, but I have the strength to do it. So it kind of like the question we hold is, how does your personal relationship to Venus, how does it shift when it changes signs? And just pay attention to it. You may not know that answer, but please watch. Up until Friday, we're in Pisces right now. All of them. Mars is too. And it's going to change here. When does Mars shift? Did Mars already shift? No, wait a minute. Oh yeah, Mars is today. Mars went in today at 6 in the morning, right? Yeah, so Mars is in Pisces now for real. So they're all in Pisces. We get this Venus, Mars, Mercury, and the Sun all in Pisces until Friday. Okay, so let's pay attention a little bit. See how you guys are pulled on or not by it. Let me see how you're doing. So, spoke with my family in the last 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that got you. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hi, Esther. My mind and my typing are not, that's okay. Sun in Pisces, birthday in 1 week. That's right, Lori. You got a birthday coming. I'm freaking out. Mars in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, and Mars in Pisces. You have Mars in Pisces? That's your Mars return. You're going to love that. If you have Mars in Pisces, listen, you guys, whatever you're born with, whatever you were born with is the gift of gifts. You've got that one down. There's no chart that's bad. Even the Magi people, which I quote them all the time, you know that, you hear me all the time with the Magi people, even they say, what your chart is magic. If you have Mars in Pisces when you're born, you've mastered it. So when Mars goes into Pisces, man, you're going to love it. If you don't have Mars in Pisces, if you're a little afraid of that, then you need that area of your life, like wherever Pisces is in your chart, you need that area to be activated, and Mars will activate it. Mars in Pisces is magic. Let me tell you, it is one of the few where if you can dream it, if you can feel it, if you desire it, it comes. It's like you may not know how to go get it. You just have to hold the desire. That's the beauty of Mars and Pisces, okay? I think that's something. Now, I'm not saying that everything I think of comes but I know I do have a little bit of deep, profound trust in those things. I I worked on that. It's not like but that Mars and Pisces gave me a propensity to know when I want something, how to believe in it and how to trust it. All right, you ready to look at the eclipse real quick, like visually? Let's do that. Oh, you have nothing in Pisces, Jamie? Okay, that's good. Now you get a little dose of it. And you have Venus in Aries. So you're going to have your Venus return. If you're in Aries, you're going to love this cycle because Venus is going to be kissing all over you and people are going to be loving all over you. And, it's going to be soon your birthday month. Like this is your month where Aries does start about the 22nd, for some the 20th. And it's just a beautiful cycle. I like Venus in Aries personally. I don't like all the water. You think I have a ton of water in my chart? I do. I don't like all that water. I need a little contrast for it, like enough swimming. Okay, let's bring up the chart and see. I want to show you a little bit about this eclipse and what it looks like. There we are. Yeah, Jamie, you're going to love Venus going into Aries. All right, so let's take a look. This is the one that was up there just a second ago was the last eclipse. So this was at 28 degrees Aquarius. This is what planted the seed 2 weeks ago. Okay, that was the 17th of February. And that's what started this whole journey. So if you guys are getting a little overview on it, this is great. Okay, so if you're starting to look at life, see, that's the thing about just look at it through that lens. You don't have to have noticed, but if somebody says, just look and see, was there a decision that's getting made? Was there something that started emerging? Now, here's the chart of tomorrow's eclipse. See, the moon's at Virgo, 12. That's what that says. It's also opposite the sun in Pisces at 12. And the earth is in the middle. So this is a really tight aspect for the tools that were about to be brought in Virgo. Now, if you look on the outside wheel, these signs, if you know your signs, if you're that much of an astrology buff already, then look for Pisces and you'll know where what house that Mars is affecting. If you're new to astrology and this stuff confounds you, leave it alone. You can get a report at 12reports.com. You can go hire an astrologer. 12Listen has a ton of astrologers. C.A. Brooks is there. There's so many good people that will look at your chart, but you're getting this. You're getting this. So this is the house. You go counterclockwise. If you see Pisces here, this house, the second house, is the one where Mars is landing. And you want to pay attention to that. And this house is where the third is where Venus will be eventually, depending on it starts in the second. So if you're an Aquarius rising, like this chart, you will probably have your second and third house affected. Okay, second and third house are probably affected if you're an Aquarius rising, meaning money and siblings and work environment, neighbors, all that stuff are affected and will be affected. Okay, now let's add some planets in, and I'll take any questions to you guys if you're getting lost or if you're feeling a little confused. I just wanted you to see the amount of Pisces in the room. This is why we're talking about it. Lenny's like, wondering if you have Mars in a water sign in your birth chart, then it probably feels a bit familiar. Absolutely. If you have Mars in Scorpio or Mars in Cancer, that Mars gives you a burst of energy. It flows. It helps get that connection to your personal Mars and however you do your Mars. So it moves it. And, remember, Mars is our action forward. When it's in water, it's sort of like that action forward is going to a lot depend on what you're attached to and who you're with, no matter what the water sign is. And that Mars in Pisces comes along and says, ooh. And then when Venus goes into Aries, we're going to really know what we're going after. Now, if you are in Aries, this is a great cycle for you. Your ruler just went into Pisces, so you get to keep your compassion. And Venus went into your sign, so you're going to be liked. And so this is a good cycle for you. If you're a Pisces, you're probably going to use anger as the antidote to untangle whatever situation you're in. Mars is the antidote to Neptune, meaning Mars, if you're in love with somebody, the quickest way, you ever had a weekend romance? not a weekend romance. You're just in love. Oh, you want to be connected all the time. You never want to leave, right? I mean, it's been 100 years, but you know that feeling. I'm sure we all do. It's just like, this is so much fun. It doesn't have to be romance. It could just be something you love. Oh, and you just don't want to leave, right? Let me tell you the quickest way to get out. Get angry. Get pissed. Have them do something that just pisses you right off. And you know what happens? Boom. Who do you want to be connected to when you're angry at them, right? Ooh, get away from me. Like that thing, that's, I see it every day. That's what I mean by Mars, anger, is the antidote to Neptune, love. Mars is the antidote. Get angry. Okay, it makes sense? See what I mean? So if you ever need to pop out of something, you get mad. And Mars and Pisces people, this is your chance. Use that Mars. If you're in a connection or a situation that is sort of like you're merged, you're getting some support. Right? You'll put a fire under it. You ain't gonna put up with it. It's fun, okay? Because like I said, I have Mars and Pisces. You think I'm a pushover? You really think I'm a pushover? It's kind of cute. I look like a pushover sometimes. I act like a pushover sometimes. But something hits that Mars, it's like, step aside. It's crazy. So Mars and Pisces got some power to it. All you Pisces are going to go through that. Pisces in general, you all have been through this. And this eclipse opposite your Virgo, Virgo's giving you the tool. Remember that. Okay? So you Pisces, the big time for you. Aries, you already know Venus is going to go into Aries. We'll talk about all the signs for sure. Now, remember, I released my horoscopes for each of your signs individually on my YouTube channel. You can find them. I labeled them too properly. You can go through and look for your sign. It's the first word of every one I did. I'm getting so organized, it's ridiculous. I'm scaring myself a little bit. Okay, look at Jupiter. Boom, 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 boom. Let me do it again. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. Okay, so let me bring it up. This is Jupiter. It's in Cancer. It's in water. It's with all this water. This water has barely even touched Jupiter yet, which means Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter's hope. Jupiter's optimism. And where it is in your chart? Yeah, hope, optimism. Remember, Venus hasn't gone into Aries yet. Venus is going to give you the strength and the courage that you're lacking or you feel like you're lacking. But it's going to give you the courage to go for whatever it is you come up with. I think you're going to come up with something. Isn't it going to be fun to find out? Now, I'm going to be back Wednesday, but I'm going to do most of the talking, which is very unusual for me. Usually, I let you all do all the talking. No, I'm teasing. You know I'm teasing. I talk. I don't stop. It's ridiculous. Thank goodness for my Venus in Gemini, I guess. But next week, we get to talk about this halfway point. See if you got the tools and what you did with them. This is really big. How many people get a map to work with every week, every single day, really? But how many people really get a map that makes sense? This is so cool. Astrology rocks. So I guess Keith was telling me, and Michelle, his I'm gonna say wife, they went to a concert. And the guy goes, I'm going to dedicate this to the Enneagram numbers 369. I am so in love with the Enneagram, second to astrology, that I'm going to be teaching that too. But I'm going to be bringing that in because I think the more we know about ourselves, the better. And that's like the best. But I couldn't believe somebody put it to music, and it was adorable to hear. And I'm like, we have all this wisdom to help us be better people, to help us understand ourselves. I'm getting it out there. So there's not enough days in the week for me to just get excited about how we're going to do it. But we're going to do it. We're going to spend a lot of time together as long as you guys are up for it. Now, my point. There's Jupiter, and it is helping all the way along with all this stuff in Pisces. It's really helping. And so that's why this doesn't feel like such a horrible time. You might think it's horrible, and you might be looking for... Here's another point. If you're looking for things to feel horrible about, you're doing that Mars is the antidote to Neptune thing. You're doing that thing where you need something to create the crisis in you so you snap out of whatever it is you're trying to snap out of, because that's a way to do it. It's a self-induced way to do it, but a lot of us use outside drama to keep from hooking in. maybe that's just a defense. Like I said, Pisces will sometimes be mean and tough boundaries because there's such mushballs on the inside if you get to know them. So they learn to develop a strong exterior. Thank you, Lori. Mars in the 12th in Scorpio. I love it. I love it. That Jennifer, that's wonderful. That is all that the insights that are emerging in you, the wisdom that's about to come. Okay, now let's bring in some more. Who else we got? We got Saturn. Look at Saturn and look at that group of planets, you guys. Saturn in Aries. Uranus in Uranus in Taurus is about to go into Gemini, but right now it's still in Taurus. And what's next? Neptune in Aries. Okay, so we got Saturn and Neptune in Aries. If you are in Aries and you're wondering, what's that mean for you? Talk to a Pisces about what their last 2 years were like, okay? Pisces just went through 14 years of Neptune being in their sign, which is their ruler, granted, and they could be comfortable with it, but it also can freeze you. It can numb you. It can make you not know. It can make you so wide open that you become open to everything. So wherever you've been stubborn, and isn't it interesting that Saturn is about being stubborn and Neptune is about being open to everything? Open, closed, open, oh my gosh. So Aries, you have a journey in the next 2.5 years ahead of you, and it's one of the most important ones I think you'll go on in a long time. It's about to lock you into a beautiful construct, and you're going to pull it off. And we have plenty of time to talk about it, but I'm just putting it out there. I went to college to get this Pisces to learn to organize. You're welcome, Kaylin. Thank you. Okay, you guys, let's move on to, let's add, what else we got to add here? Pluto and Chiron. We'll get Chiron in there. A lot of people, people want asteroids. I don't do any of that. I look at them. But if I can barely bring all this information with just the 10 planets I play with, 11 planets I play with, why am I going to add all that mess in there? I know people doing that. That's great. Look what Aquarians get to deal with. They get Pluto for the next 14 years in their sign, which is like time to open up in a deep way. And it's like this Pluto reminds me of Medusa. You look Medusa in the eyes, you turn to stone, right? Because she contains a secret that's too hard to accept. Well, Pluto moving this slow cracks that open for Aquarians. Aquarians are going to get deep. And they're going to find a part of themselves that they didn't even know existed. I am so excited for this connection because it is truly profound, truly powerful. So all that in the future we'll get later. But for you all right now, let's look at sign by sign. We have a little time and see what advice for Virgo, please. Amanda, what do you mean? I have problems with my Pisces brother. You're the Virgo and he's the Pisces. I don't know what problems you might be having. I mean, is he dealing with drugs and alcohol, a typical Pisces thing? Is he just being stubborn? Are you being overly controlling? That's something to sort of play with in yourself. Like this eclipse opened up something. Jupiter in Pisces in the 10th. So you have Jupiter in Pisces. This time period for you, it's all on your Jupiter. This is so beautiful. In the 10th, a lot of nurses have Jupiter and Pisces in the 10th. A lot of it is about this amazing compassion. It's teaching compassion. It's teaching how to take a thought and make it a reality. This is such a beautiful cycle if you're a Pisces dealing with all this. And Mars is just going to activate it. Luck is really big, Maureen. You know what I'm saying? This is a big lucky cycle. Okay, let's keep going down the list. If you're a Taurus and you've got this happening, then you're probably dealing with the Pisces complements Taurus, right? So you have access to this wisdom wherever it lands for you. And you want to notice what house it's in. But Venus going into Aries is your ruler. I think you're going to start taking action, Taurus, in a way that you haven't in a while. And I think it kicks off on Friday. So let's pay attention. But you're going to love this. Libra, same holds true for you too. Your ruler is Venus. It's going into Aries. You guys have probably felt like a little bit of mushballs for a little bit, right? Venus has been in Pisces for a while, your ruler. And that's an important thing to look at. It's changing. So is your sense of direction and your movement. And I think this is going to be a powerful cycle. Pay attention. Let's see who else we got. We got Gemini, which is Mercury's going retrograde for y'all. I know y'all feel crazy right now. Gemini and Virgos. When Mercury goes retrograde, I have noticed it for you guys. You all get weird. It's cute. You may not notice it. And I had a friend who wouldn't allow me to even talk to him about the retrograde when it was happening. He said, don't ever tell me. He's a Gemini. Okay, let me see what you're saying, Tara. I have problems with my Pisces brother too. Drugs, alcohol, lives in a different reality than the rest of us, but is dependent and useless. I get it. Mars in Cancer in the second house for this Libra. Mars in Cancer. Oh my gosh, you're part of that grand trine, aren't you, Maureen? I see it. That's beautiful money. I hear you. So, Tara, having a brother that is addicted and dependent, the Virgo disgust, I can imagine, is big. Now, but you're not a Virgo, I don't think, are you, Tara? Either way, it can be really hard to see a friend or a family member do that. Some of this stuff is like remembering there is a soul development that each person has to pick their path. Being disgusted and using them as the way to not have your own life is a really important process. I think you all, when it comes to siblings, have to recognize. Like, at some point, it's not your job to save. It's not. It might be your job. You may not know what your job is, but I can tell you one of the parts of your job is to make sure that you are okay and centered and taking care of yourself and making choices for yourself. There's no rule that says this is your duty, unless that's a contract you signed and you can break that contract. But I don't have enough information to go on with it, just your antidotes. And so I'm just giving you that basic advice. Use this eclipse to get that clarity, to put up that clarity, get the tool of clarity. Let's see. Sherry says, our mom's a Virgo, though. Virgo Moms Club. Oh, right. You're Capricorns. Oh, thank goodness. You can handle this, Tara. You can handle this. You Capricorns, I don't worry about y'all. You just feel you should handle it. And it disgusts you when you see people not handling their lives with the Saturn in you. I get that. And that's just something we work through. Mars in Cancer in the fourth. Yeah. So pay attention to what's happening with that energy at the home, the move, anything like that, if you're moving. Okay. So let me think. We just did Gemini. You guys are going to be fine. It's just get through the retrograde. Just get through the retrograde. It's in Pisces. It'll be elusive, dreamlike for you. It still makes me laugh to think about Gemini suffering. Cancers, part of the grand trine, right? You're Jupiter's in your sign. I don't want to hear any complaints from you, Cancers. Make the most of it. Make the most of it. You know what I'm doing with YouTube? I'm doing my best. I'm working my butt off because I'm taking advantage of Jupiter being in Cancer. I mean that. I think of that all the time. Okay. And so use this cycle. Use this eclipse. Okay, let's see. Happy March. I missed most of the show. I'm blaming Mercury. I tried playing. See, they, Pamela, I'm sorry, honey. It'll be recorded. It'll be recorded. We'll get it up. Oh, good. So, Karen, you have a midheaven at 13, Pisces. Woo, this is so good, you guys. That's the eclipse. Like, that's the eclipse. And that's your midheaven. That's work. It could be mom issues. It could be your mom and dad. That's the axis. The reason parents come up so much, you guys, is because how they dealt with crisis is kind of what we internalize. So if your parents fought all the time like mine did, and my dad was very passive, and my mom I look at my life young. I love them now. I mean, in my head, I love them. I completely forgive what was going on. I was grateful for it now because they kind of left me alone. They were kind of miserable with each other, but then I realized they both had fire moons. They needed to be that with each other. That's what they were. They fight all the time. And so, but in my head, the arguments that took place is their dynamic. I see it. And when I saw that for the first time, it blew me away. And it really was useful because I could say, there it is. And you're not going to win if you keep doing that. You have to step out of that, watch it take place, and do something different. But time for another that. Oh, Karen said, that's why I'm a therapist. I love it. Yeah, girl, that's good. I love it. Okay. Leos, you okay, this for what I'm excited for you, Leos. Aquarius is your opposite, right? So that planted a big seed for you, but Jupiter's going to be in Leo this year. You guys, the seed that's germinating for you, ridiculous. It's going to be amazing. You have Saturn trining all that, Neptune trining all that. You guys keep planting seeds. Quit looking at details and don't complain. Put whatever your goal is together and get it moving. You're going to love your cycle, but make it work for you. Saturn is saying, make it work. Okay, Virgos, we know what you're doing. You're also retrograde. Your ruling planet's retrograde. So you guys get a little crazy. I have to say it, but you get crazy in a good way. This is where you can look at this eclipse coming and saying, give me my tools. I'm going to manifest. And Virgos manifest like the dickens. I've never seen anything like it, especially during this cycle. That mutability in them, that mercurial nature in them, when it's put in earth, oh my God, the manifestation ability is amazing. And I think that's what we're entering for you. And I want you to pay attention to it. Venus and Pisces in the 8th. Ooh. Chiron in the 9th. Lots of fire, Nancy. Okay, so Venus and Pisces, you just had your Venus return. I hope that brought you some financial comfort. Mars is going to come there too, which might help because Mars sort of, whatever Venus, what Venus ran over in your chart, Mars is going to hit, like strike a match on it. You keep an eye on that money from others. Keep an eye on that intimacy stuff. If you're breaking out of a relationship, it's a perfect time. If you're breaking into it, also perfect. All right. Let's see. We did Leo. We got Virgo. Libra we talked about. Scorpios, you're part of the Grand Trine. You're the other leg of the Grand Trine, meaning there's stuff in Pisces in the sky, there's stuff in Cancer in the sky, and there's you, right? You're the missing leg. And so that all comes to you. Pisces, Scorpio, you're in such a good position to manifest through desire. You really are. I'm going to leave it at that. But you have to clear the guilt. There's guilt. There's something that you have to work on. And we're going to talk about it on Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm going to go through all of your signs, and we'll have a good show getting in a little more in depth. And then I'll sculpt Wednesday however you all want me to, by the way. We need to decide if you want me to more talk personally. The reason I don't like to talk personally on a short show is, it could be one person. That's it. Okay, we got to wrap it up. Let's get going. Sag, when I look at Sag, I look at this in conjunct to Sag. Okay, let me see. It's interesting because you guys are you're probably having the hardest time of most of the signs. It's interesting because this stuff is so unfamiliar territory for you. It's an in conjunct, or it's a square to you, in other words. Pisces squares Sag. And so there's a part of you that might feel like everyone else is on this boat that you aren't on. I'm not positive, but if you're feeling that, I want you to ride that, because what's happening now, and use this Virgo eclipse tomorrow to get the tools you need, because it's going to come out wherever Gemini is in your chart. There's some information, some communication, some relationship that's going to help you. Look where Gemini is in your chart, and that house is going to be really helpful for you, because you are the other part of the grand square. And I'll just leave it at that. Just feel me. Okay, Capricorn, you got Jupiter happening for you. Pisces is supporting everything you're doing. The Virgo eclipse trines you. You have the momentum to put your focus first. And that's what I would do. Like, shake off the world, shake off these people, shake off these duties just long enough to go, what do I want to build? And if you don't know, ask for guidance. And guidance isn't a prayer. I'm not telling you to do anything different. Put it out. I want like an intention. An intention has power. Okay? You can do that. And lastly, Aquarius, that Pluto there, we did talk a little bit about it, but this is all happening for you as you're watching yourself change and shift on such a profound level. Use that Virgo energy. You planted the seed last time. Now you get the tool in a big way. Let's see what your tool is, and I'll follow up with all of you guys on that. Okay, let's do the drawing. If you guys want to, if you want a drawing, I'm going to turn it on. See if I can get this up here. I only have a minute left, so let's see. Here it is. I'm going to start the giveaway. Wait for the room to show up. Let's see if it's going to work. Yep, you can put in exclamation mark 12, exclamation mark 12. We got 1 minute. And let's see if your entries come in. There you go. Excellent. Karen, do that again just in case. And if this doesn't work, there, it's working. It's working. Karen, do yours again. I think you might have happened before it kicked in. I'm getting names, you guys. I'll bring them to the front so you can see them. There it is. There it is. We got you. Look at you. Look at you. Come on, you guys, do it. And I have such confidence this is going to work because I worked my butt off on why it wasn't working. There we go. Come on. I'm going to give you all a little more time. Run to your computers and get it in. You can see you're getting a confirmation that that's how you know it worked. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, cat's going to kill me. All right. I got it. Okay, you guys, we're going to cut it off. 5, 4, 3. We'll do another one Wednesday. Don't worry. Or maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me close it. I'm going to close it. All right. We're going to pick a winner. Here we go. Can you see the winner? Let me magnify it. I haven't picked it yet. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pick a winner. Sherry, you got it. Tara, that's awesome. Okay, congratulations. All you have to do is write me, Mark Husson and me. Tell me you won. I'll tell you what to do. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'm going to sign off, you guys. You know how how I feel about you here. Wait a minute. I got to get the ending screen so you can get these addresses. These are what's coming up next. All right. You know how I feel about you. You know how I feel about you. And I am going to give them the broadcaster back. Thank you so much for coming, you guys.